Welcome back, trainers, and the details for December Community Day have been released by Niantic, and I'm going to be going over all of the Pokemon you really want to be focusing on because there's kind of a lot to go over, or at least there's a lot of things to think about. What do I need to get? Which one's the best? Which ones should I collect candies for? We'll talk about that. Which ones are going to be better for PvP or raids? So this is going to be going down December 18th and 19th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. local time for both of those days. Now let's take a look at some of these things that are going to happen here. Incense are going to last 3 hours. Lures are going to last 3 hours. Half distance for eggs, times 2 XP, and times 2 Stardust. Let's go. You're going to be able to increase your space for your bag. All that stuff we discussed already. Yes, you can increase your Pokemon storage as well. Taking a look at the Pokemon that are going to be spawning from Incense on the 18th. You got Machamp, Roserade, Swinub, Gibble, and oh boy, folks, Gibble, you want to go for that. That thing is freaking amazing as Garchomp. Snivy and Fletchling. And then you're going to have on the 19th spawning from Incense and Lures. So the last ones were also spawning from Lures. So on the 19th from Incense and Lures, you're going to have Eevee, Duskull. That was such a horrible community today. Shinx, which we haven't gotten yet, so that's going to be getting Psychic Fangs. It's going to be like think of a Poison Fang Nidoqueen clone. Tempig, Oshawott. And then you can see the various different eggs there and raids. All right, now moving into the Community Day box, typical stuff. Okay, you're going to be able to get yourself an elite quick and fast TM. When you do purchase that box, they're stepping up their game by not being so stingy. I appreciate that. And like usual, links to the graphics down below to Legends. Now taking a look at what you can expect here. So let's go over all the Community Days that we did receive this year. January, Machamp, Payback. Like I said, we'll discuss all of these here in a moment. That is going to be used for PvP. February, Roserade, Bullet Seed, and Weather Ball. You got 2 moves there, again, PvP. In March, we did see Incinerate, Talonflame, which is going to be for PvP. April, we did see Superior, Frenzy Plant, again, PvP because of the CP. In May, we did see Altaria with Moonblast, PvP again. Now this one, June, we did see Garchomp with Earth Power, PvP and PvE. You want to go for that one. And then we have July, we've seen Embror with Blast Burn. You could use this for PvE, also PvE. August, we see all the family of the Eevee evolutions, and they're all going to be kind of useless. I did max out my level 50 Flareon with Superpower, and yeah, we did some stuff with that. September, we did see Samurott with Hydro Cannon. Again, another Pokemon you could potentially use for PvE and more so PvP. And then in October, we did see Dusknoir with Shadow Ball, absolutely and utterly useless. And then in November, which we have not yet to see this, which is going to be Luxray with Psychic Fangs. Again, it's going to be kind of like, think of Nidoqueen, Poison Fang, debuff them over and over again, but you're not getting stabbed, unfortunately. All right, moving on to the next bit here. All right, now these are going to be all the Community Days that we did receive in 2020, which will also be making a return in December. So in January, we did get Empoleon with Hydro Cannon. You want that for PvP, period. And then in February, we did get Rhyperior with Rock Breaker. Again, you want that. That's going to be good for PvP and in PvE. In April, we did see Alakazam with Counter, which is going to be a very interesting one. You don't really need to focus on that. It's not too great. It's not too bad, but nah. Anyways, May, we did see Shiftry with Bullet Seed. Very interesting. June, Beedrill with Drill Run. You do want that one. July, we did see Gengar with Shadow Punch. Another one you do want. Again, it is going to be for PvP, though. August, we've seen Gyarados with Aqua Tail. Another PvP. September, Porygon with Tri-Attack. Now, that's a normal type, so technically PvP, because what's normal good against it? Nothing. It's only weak against things, right? And then October, Dragon Breath Charizard, which is an interesting one as well. And then the 2 useless ones here, we have Electivire and Magmortar. Electivire does learn Flamethrower, and Magmortar learns Thunderbolt. So out of these ones, I'm going to have to say Empoleon, Rhyperior, Gengar, Shiftry, I guess. Charizard is also pretty good. Now let's go ahead and just look at all the stuff I have. Now I have all of the Pokemon listed from 2001 and 2002 in here. So we're just going to go ahead and just brush through, and I'll give you my thoughts so you can just completely hear this here instead of rushing through that. Okay, so Charizard, Dragon Breath. It's not for raids at all. It's for PvP. I guess you can use it for raids because you do have a Mega Evolution that does go into part Dragon, so there is that aspect of stab. So I guess you can use it there, okay? But otherwise, it is going to be interesting. It's not horrible. I personally like Fire Spin more so in PvP, but Dragon Breath is also amazing. I did have it on my Shadow. I took it off. You can also use this opportunity to collect candies. I do not need to go and say that for every one of these Pokemon, but I'll say now, collect candies for all of these. But there are going to be some more so that you want for others. And it is going to be kind of personal preference mixed in with kind of, yeah, that's a good Pokemon. I should probably get a bunch of those, right? Like, I don't know, Garchomp or Empoleon or Talonflame or something like that. Beedrill with Drill Run. If you're into PvP, it's another one you want to get. It does have a Mega, so maybe you want to take this opportunity to get as many candies XL as you can if you are level 40 and up, so you can max out and have the best Beedrill that you can possibly have. You basically now, if you're going to be running Beedrill in PvP, you'll want Drill Run, period. Okay, that's how it is now. I do have a Legacy Bug Bite here, and I did make another Beedrill that is going to be very nice before this community day, so that's why I have that. That's just the way it goes, right? Alakazam with Counter. I've used it a few times in PvP. It has an interesting bit of play. This is a different one. You don't really need to focus too much on this, but I will say it will get a Mega in the future, so maybe if you want to stack up on candies, but then again, whenever Megas do come out, you can catch their fully evolved evolution after you do beat them in the raid, which is going to be yielding you quite a few candies as well as potential XL candies, so maybe you don't need to stress too much about those Alakazams. So just a little heads up there, it's nothing you really need to worry about as far as usability in the game. And then take a look at Machamp with Payback. Now this is another interesting one that we've looked at several times in PvP. Again, another Pokemon where you just kind of want to collect those candies. You don't really need to worry about that move, Payback. If you were looking to get one, you wanted to try it out, go for it. I definitely encourage you to have one in each league. Don't completely max it out, but just maybe make them just to have them on standby, because you never know when you're going to need them. It's fun to hit your opponent with a surprise, and we already know that Machamp is one of the best fighters in the game, especially if you do have a Shadow form. No Mega in the future. It does have a Gigantamax or whatever the heck you call those things, so maybe that might come into play. Gengar. Alright, Shadow Punch, you need it. It's bait, and it's just damn good. We already know Gengar's squishy. Shadow Punch is not what you want for raiding. You're definitely going to want to go Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, and it does get a Mega, so Gengar is definitely on the map for something you want to definitely pick up as many as you can and potentially get good IV ones for whatever specific league you're trying to use it in. As far as what league you want it in, I'm going to have to shoot for probably Ultra League. You could use it in Master, but it's just so damn squishy. Great League, I guess. Gyarados, another one you want to hunt for sure. Its move is going to be Aqua Tail and another PvP move. They're really shooting for PvP for the last 2 years, right? This one I did make before the whole, community day for it. Otherwise, Gyarados is going to be good in Ultra League and more so in Master League. So you definitely want those. Eevee, their moves this time around were trash. Yeah, that's just, you're not changing my mind. Superpower on Flareon, though, I'm going to have to be a little biased and say it was great. Well, I enjoyed it, and I made some nice work with legendaries in the Open Master League with it. Let's get it. As far as the other ones here, Umbreon with Psychic, I made a level 50, and I absolutely 100% completely regret doing so because it's, in my opinion, garbage. I know you probably, maybe a few of you out there found some play with a Psychic Umbreon, but it completely walls you in some situations. And the fact that I spent this much Stardust on this, as well as XL candies that I could have potentially invested into something else, even though there is really no other EV evolution that you really would want to be doing that with, I already had a level 50 with the Last Resort. So, I want to transfer this. I do. But I'm not going to because that's a waste of stars. I'll trade it off before I do that. I'll just keep it. I'm being dramatic. All right, keep on moving down the list here. Shiftry. We're going to see Bullet Seed. Now, I TM'd away all of mine. I think I have a few on reserve that we're actually not going to look at. There's one, but it doesn't have a secondary move. It's just sitting there on standby. I do have a Shadow. I have multiple of these. Shiftry's freaking amazing. Hits hard, classier than anything else ever. But it is pretty good with its current moves. Bullet Seed, you don't need it. As far as this right here, Altaria, Moonblast, don't stress it. I mean, get candies, I suppose, but it's really not doing you too much justice, to be honest. Moving down the list, Empoleon, you want it. Damn straight. On the list, it's a Heisenberg team, meaning, if you don't know what that is, I made a team that continuously hits Legend every season, as well as many other people, and it is a part of that team with Machamp, Alola, Ninetales, and this right here. Empoleon's amazing. Simple as that. You want it. Steel's always good. Hydro Cannon, you gotta love it. So, which league? I'm gonna have to say make one in each league. More so Ultra or Ultra League. More so Ultra, period. Roserade. This one's interesting. It's gonna get two moves. It's gonna get Bullet Seed and Weather Ball. So it's kind of a tricky one. It's like, oh, well, I'll just use an Elite TM. No, you won't. You'll have to use 2. So you definitely want to make this. It's good. And as you can see, I have a full team. Why? Because Roserade's a damn good poison attacker, pretty much the best, and good grass type attacker. So I have those on reserve. Rhyperior, you already know I love this thing. Rock Wrecker, you want it. It has a good quick move for rock, and Rock Wrecker is a damn good rock move. So you're going to have yourself a good Pokemon for raiding, as well as PvP, as you see me absolutely dominating with that thing. All right, and then you probably wanted it in the Master League, Rhyperior, maybe Ultra League too. Electivire. I don't like him. You know, he's cool. I love Sinnoh. It's just he's too squishy. I mean, what? I don't get it. He looks like a strong, you know, solid, bulky Pokemon, but it can't take a hit. You freaking blow some air on it and it falls over. Magmortar, meh. Don't worry about it. All right, moving down to Leafeon. It's going to get Bullet Seed. Another interesting one for fast energy gain as opposed to its Razor Leaf. Low energy gain, but high attack. For Glaceon, Water Pulse, just don't. Then you have Porygon Z here. You've seen me use it in Master League, taking out level 50 legendaries. Is it useful there? It's a fun pick. I'm not saying it's going to help you rank up. It could, but it's up to you. I say you make one. Dusclops. You could make one if you did it, but there's nothing you're missing out if you don't, okay? Serperior. We've seen the performance in the Ultra League XL. It's damn good. It's even good in the Great League. We used it before it got its Community Day move. It's a tank. It hits hard. You gotta love it. It's a good one. You want it. Embror is another interesting one. It's not necessarily top tier or anything. It's not necessarily horrible. You can use it for PvP. You can use it for raiding. It's actually universal to some degree. I'm not going to tell you it's the best in every one of its categories there, but it's doing something. And it does have an amazing looking shiny. So it does have that going on for it. I didn't make too many. This does have 15 attack shiny. Okay. Now, as far as Samurott, this is another I'd say better than Embror. I found it to be very useful in the Great League and in the Ultra League. As far as rating, you could use it, but I don't recommend it. And then we have Talonflame. This thing is OP when it comes to XL. You already know Incinerate, Flame Charge, Brave Bird. We've already seen the performance. You want one if you're into PvP. As far as rating, it's not go. Sylveon, back to this. I just say Togekiss. I just picked Togekiss. If you have a good IV, if you like this thing, make it. Now we're going to come down to the one and only that you really, really, really need to focus on, folks. And that is going to be Garchomp, period. Earth Power Garchomp is the strongest thing we have going on as far as ground types. When it gets its Mega, it's going to dominate the world. Getting a little excited over here. So you do see I have a level 50 completely maxed out. You want it. It's good for PvP. It's good for raiding. It's good for life. Let's go. It's a shiny Gibble, folks. Go and get them. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. There is my breakdown of what you should probably focus on, my style, right? But there's no shiny clickbait. Shiny this, shiny that. No, we don't do that shiny clickbait crap around here. I'm going to give you the facts and what you need to know and what you want to power up. Let's get it. Anyways, like I just said, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Garchomp is 100% what you want to go for. Other than that, you pick and choose. We talked about it. Thank you for watching and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!